If you want to get into the groove, mask up to get down, and make sure you stay 6 feet from stardom. Today, on A Place of Our Own, we're kicking boredom to the curb in history class with a board game that's all that and a bag of chips. Hey, whatever it takes. It's all coming up next. What's up? I'm Pete Charles Sesko, and welcome to Thrift Store Rundown's Place of Our Own, a place designed for any millennial or baby boomer who wants to bring Hollywood home on a budget. As you know, every interaction you have with your favorite celeb or fellow fandom friend is a very important learning opportunity. So when it comes to educating yourself about the wonderful world of pop culture, we're all in this together. That's right, TSI is your first and coolest teacher. Today, we're going to history class. Yeah, history class. I know, next to math, in my opinion, it's the most dreadful, taxing, frustratingly boring class of all. But what if your history teacher taught you about when Beverly Hills 90210 first premiered? When did Johnny Carson step down from The Tonight Show? When did Titanic open in theaters? That's the kind of history I want to learn about, and that's the kind of history you're gonna get. With the 90s game from Intellinitiative, purchased for $3.99. The 90s are back in town, and they're calling for more relevancy, more respect, and a lot more fun. Today, on the Thrift Store Rundown's Place of Our Own. If your history teacher had this game in his materials closet, you'd be running over your fellow peers to get to his period. That's how awesome this game has. That's how much potential it has to get you a grade in pop culture that you'll be running home to mama about. The 1990s are back. How much do you remember? All around the box here, from the top to the sides, you get sample questions that really whets your appetite for 90s nostalgia and trivia and history. This is mainly pop culture, but it also goes away from pop culture to certain events in the news. So we're taking a look at the contents right now, and really basic. You got your instructions right here. This is a very simple game to play where you get the hang of it. You got your 2 stacks of trivia cards here. You got your player pawns, and you have your numbered die, and your category die here. So really, no extra bells or whistles that needed to be in here. So let's take a look at the game board. We're gonna open that up right now. And yes, even though this is a game board, really you're going in a circle. And that is a big game board. Get that centered in here, and let's have a look. So we go through every year of the 1990s. We're going from 90, 91, 92, 93, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 99. The dawn of the new millennium. All the way to the center. That's the winner's circle right there. Contents include the game board, 2 boxes of question and answer cards, which you see right here, a numbered die, which is white, and a category die, which is black, which you already saw in the back, which was already ripped open, and 6 game pieces, multicolored. The object of the game is to advance through the year range 1990 to 1999 by answering trivia questions and to become the first player or team to reach the center of the game board. Pretty simple instructions. Here's a summary of gameplay. Roll the die. Whoever gets the highest number goes first, and play will continue clockwise. Then you roll on to the category die. Let's get that in here. Where is it? Oh, it's right here. So once again, this is the category die, which just dropped. Actually, no, it's still in the back. A few game pawns and the numbered die just dropped. So get those accounted for in here. Well, they're all in here. We'll take inventory later. But anyway, the category die. That's what's important. Roll the die. It determines which category, which question to answer. And here we have TV. So there you go. TV. By the way, the icons in here in this legend tell you which category. Events, indicated by a bull with horns, some kind of statue. Basketball is sports. TV is obviously TV. Popcorn is movies. And the saxophone right there is music. Come to think of it, we should have included some music class related materials for this series. That would have been awesome. But we have a ton of those related videos on this channel. So anyway, let's just show you one example we have. I rolled TV. So, one opposing player asks you one of these questions as it relates to TV. On Cheers, this British boyfriend of Rebecca Howe is arrested for insider trading. If you answer right, and the right answer for this being Robin Colcord, well then, here's what to do next. Here's the instructions. Oh, the rest of the game pawns are behind me. Excuse me. Anyway, these are the instructions. You maintain control play after you get it right, and you roll the number die again. And that would be 3. You're going around the spaces, by the way. If you get the question right, then you roll the number die again. By the way, you do not leave the 1990 circle, or any other circle for that matter, until you land on the jump space after you rolled the number die. Then and only then will you have an opportunity to advance to the next year ring, only if you answer a question correctly. By the way, those type of questions are not, where you have to answer with the exact year a certain event occurred in. All you have to do is say yes or no. This is the last minute of this, by the way. Anyway, that's how play continues until the first player reaches the center of the ring right here after answering all questions correctly. Here's one of my favorites. At the WWF Survivor Series event in St. Louis, Missouri, this wrestler wins the 14-man Deadly Game Tournament that determines the new WWF champion. That would be The Rock, 1998. Every answer here, every question has a certain year, which will only be relevant when you land on the jump space. These are the questions you have to answer yes or no to in that context. Believe you me, I apologize if I'm making this much more complicated than it sounds, but believe you me, it is a very simple game. And very fun. Oh, some of the cards are actually upside down. A few more examples for you. So, these are your questions, and reverse side are the answers. Get it? And with a wide variety of categories in here, you'll rarely get bored. See, when you make history fun for kids, they will always be eager to come to your classroom. So, the 90s game comes highly recommended. Just be sure you keep every component in its place, unlike me, and you'll have no problems. But believe you me, the 90s game box, there's just one problem. The outside of the box. You know, a lot of people use masking tape or packing tape to secure the box in place so they can donate it to the thrift shop or give it away to somebody. The recipient of that said given away second-hand already used game would have to take the masking or packing tape off, and what happens? If you're not careful while doing it, you whip off some of the box art, like happened to me right here. This is from Intellinitiative right here. Intellinitiative. Really cool name, by the way. So, yeah, don't ever use masking tape or packing tape to secure a box in place. Team up with friends and relive the 1990s. Challenge your knowledge of the 90s decade with 3,000 questions about events, sports, music, movies, and TV. Jump through the decade from 1990 to 1999 from correctly answering the questions. The first to reach the center of the board wins. Will you know what year Forrest Gump premiered, Nevada released Nevermind, Yahoo Went Public, and Beverly Hills 90210 debuted? I actually have quite a few Beverly Hills 90210 related items and reviews on my channel. This is made in the USA, and certainly made for American history reinvented. For Too Cool for School month, anyway. For the thrift store rundown, this was definitely tailor-made. I am giving it a 5 out of 5. Not too much spots off became ripped off. And at the end of the day, this is just a really awesome way to make your history class terrifically tubular, man. Class is dismissed for the day, but if you missed any classes, get caught up by clicking the link in the description below, which will take you to the Too Cool for School playlist, which also includes videos from last year's series. Thanks for joining us, and make sure to subscribe for when it comes to bringing Hollywood home and to the classroom on a budget. TSR is your first and coolest teacher. We'll see you next time on the flip side, on A Place of Our Own.